And my ego so badly wants to give them a lecture or, tell them, like, compare my childhood with their childhood. Say things like, if I ever said that to my mom or dad, you know how much trouble I would get. My inner child is feeling jealous of this child in front of me because they got way more things and freedoms and the ability to be able to yell at their parents sometimes. If you are having parenting challenges, please know that you are not alone. A lot of parents deal with the same stuff. I am a parent of two kids. One is a teenager and one is a preteen. And on a daily basis, I deal with eye rolls, conflicts, and disagreements. So I want to share in this episode what works for me to deal with these challenges and to be a conscious parent. The best advice I can give to any parent is to work on yourself first. Don't try to fix your children. Try to work on yourself, because that will work way better than lecturing your kids or doing any other methods that you might be wanting to do. So I have been working on myself for many, many years now, and this involves healing my childhood wounds. This involves reparenting myself. This involves building my self-awareness and increasing my self-awareness through meditation, journaling, and I think those are the main two things I have done. Listening to a lot of spiritual teachers, that helps too. As a result of doing all these practices, one, I want to say superpower that I am developing is witness consciousness, the ability to be an objective observer. And this helps me hugely in my parenting challenges. So let's say I got triggered. I got angry at my child for doing something. I'm not always able to do this because I'm a work in progress, like we all are. But more and more, I'm finding that in that moment of being triggered, I'm able to stay silent, first of all. It's a huge tool, I would say. Stay silent. Do not, when you're triggered and you're angry, you just want to tell your kid that, you want to yell at them, you want to tell them how dare they or how ungrateful they are and so on. But I have been able to notice that lately I just listen and I stay silent and I let them vent. I let them say whatever they're saying, and I'm able to become an objective observer in that scene. So instead of thinking that I am being attacked or I am being disrespected by my kid, I'm able to kind of zoom out and take a witness perspective, take an objective observer perspective, and see that instead of getting sucked into that disagreement or conflict, I am able to see that my kid is having a tantrum, or this is their hormones, and B, I'm able to observe myself that I am getting triggered, I am getting angry, I am feeling disrespected, and then this is just me silently observing all this without saying anything, and then I feel the pain. I usually feel a tightness in my chest when I'm experiencing anger and other difficult emotions like anxiety, fear. So I try to focus on the body sensation. So, and one thing that helps me is to use the word she instead of I. So, meaning Supreet is feeling angry. Supreet is feeling tightness in her chest. That helps me to create a little bit of distance between me and the emotion or thought that I'm having. By doing that, I feel that it is able to allow me to pause. It is able to allow me to respond instead of react. And my ego so badly wants to give them a lecture or, tell them, like, compare my childhood with their childhood. Say things like, if I ever said that to my mom or dad, you know how much trouble I would get. Or, like, there's so much tendency to compare my childhood with their childhood, and then see that even though they get so much more things and freedom, and they're able to, like, disagree with their parents, which I was not when I was a child. And that brings up a kind of jealousy too. It's like my inner child is feeling jealous of this child in front of me because they got way more things and freedoms and the ability to, be able to yell at their parents sometimes without consequence. So yeah, just being a witness to whatever I'm feeling, whether it's that jealousy of the inner child, whether it's that anger or frustration, being able to witness that and stay silent. And it doesn't mean that I'm letting them off the hook. What it means is that I am handling it in myself first. I'm first going to handle my anger. I'm going to handle my jealousy, whatever I'm feeling. And once I have calmed down, and that could be 5 minutes later if it's a small thing. If it's a bigger thing, it could be an hour later or maybe even the next day. Then when I have kind of processed my anger, I will then, from a place of peace, decide, what do I need to tell my child? How do I communicate with them that they disappointed me? And what will they do differently next time? Or perhaps it is some setting of some boundary or rules. And again, that has to be done from a place of peace. Boundaries should be set from a place of peace, not from a place of anger. And what that means is that you talk to them later when you are calm, when you have handled it within yourself first. So I hope this helps. And if there's any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. And I just want to say that I want to repeat, I am not perfect at this. Many times I will not be able to be the objective observer or the witness consciousness, and I will get sucked into that argument and I will lash out and I will yell. And that's okay, because I am not a perfect parent. I am just trying. And sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. But if I do fail and then I, let's say, yell at them, and then later when I have calmed myself, and I think about it and I feel that, oh, I should not have said that, then I will apologize to my kids. I apologize to my kids a lot. I think even that is almost on a daily basis, because that just shows to them that I'm not coming from a place of ego. I don't think that just because I'm older, I am better than them or I am their boss. I try to treat them as equals, and I respect them. I respect their differing opinions. And if I act out of my ego, which I sometimes do, and then later I realize, after I reflect upon it, I go and apologize to them, because children need respect. Children need to be respected. And just because the parents are older or because the parents provide everything to their children doesn't mean that they own their children. And I think hopefully I'm being a good role model to my kids, that, never be so proud that you don't apologize when you make a mistake. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share about how I deal with parenting challenges. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Have a great day.